Hello students, welcome to Noor Alam's Maths Academy. Today we are going to do the lecture 3 part 3. Now we have completed property 3. Now today we are going to study the property 4. Property 4. If fx is a continuous functions defined on a closed interval AB, then integration a to b fx dx can be written as integration a to b f of a plus b minus x dx. Okay, now proof of this property. Let a plus b minus x is equal to variable t. So now with respect to x, if we differentiate, we get dx, which is equal to dt. Now change the limit of the x. Now x and t, when x is equal to a, then a get cancelled, so we get the value of t as b. When x is equal to b, upper limit is b get cancelled, so when x is equal to b, we get the value of t as a. So now LHS is equal to integration a to b fx dx. Now we use the substitutions. Now if x value, from here we can find a plus b minus t, dx value will be minus dt. Now change the limit. The lower limit changes to b. Now value of t ranging from b to a. So now we know that when we interchange the limit, then we get one minus sign. So now changing of limits, the integration changes by minus sign only. So we have a to b, we get one negative sign, f of a plus b minus t dt. Now these minus and these minus become plus. Okay. Now we also know that from the property 1 that the change of variable does not change the value of the integration. So therefore integration, since integration is independent of the change of variable, so we can write in this way a plus b minus x dx. Okay. Now which is which is the right hand side. So this completes our proof. Hope all of you understand this property. Now we are going to solve few problems based on this property. Okay. Problem number 1. Problem 1. Question number 1 on this property. I is equal to pi by 6 to pi by 3 root over of sin x divided by root over of sin x plus cos x dx. Now sometime few integrations are there which is very difficult to solve in indefinite form or almost not solvable. So the benefit of property of definite integral that we can easily solve this kind of problem using the property. So now for solution, here we use the property that we have learned now, that is using the property a to b fx dx, which is equal to integration a to b f of a plus b minus x dx. Okay, we are using this property here. So ultimately I is equal to, now we call this equation as 1. The value of I we can write as pi by 6 to pi by 3. Sin x value replaced by upper limit plus lower limit minus x. So you can write as pi by 3 plus pi by 6 then minus x, and there is whole root dx. In the lower part you get sin of pi by 3 plus pi by 6 and minus x. Cos part you get cos of pi by 3 pi by 6 minus x dx. Okay. Now what we have, pi by 6 to pi by 3. Now this part become cos. So you have cos, because 90 degree minus theta we use the complementary rule, so it will be dx. Here we get now sine become cos, root over of cos x, this cos becomes sine using the complementary rule. Sine of 90 degree minus theta cos theta, cos of 90 degree minus theta is sine theta. Now adding the equation 1 and 2, adding equation 1 and 2. So what we have, I plus I, it will be 2i, and it is pi by 6 to pi by 3. Numerator we have root over sin x plus root over cos x, root over sin x plus root over cos x, and in denominator what we have, root over cos x, root over sin x, that is same, root over sin x and root over cos x. Now you see that numerator and denominator is same, you can cancel out. So what we have, integration pi by 6 to pi by 3 dx, and integration of dx is x only, so that is pi by 6 to pi by 3. Now what's its value, pi by 3 minus pi by 6, which is nothing but pi by 6. So this is the value of 2i. So therefore value of 2i is pi by 6. I is equal to pi by 6 by 2 pi by 12. This is the answer. Hope all of you understand this. Okay. Now we go for the next problem, that is problem number 2. Hope all of you understand this. Now we are going to solve next problem. Question number 2. Question number 2 is integrations I is equal to minus pi to 2 pi log mod, we have cosec theta minus cot theta, log of cosec theta minus cot theta d theta. Now we use the same property that we have studied in property as property 4, that integration a to b fx dx we can write as integration a to b f of a plus b minus x dx. Now call this equation is 1. So here on this integral we apply the same property, minus pi to 2 pi. Now when you add this minus pi plus 2 pi we get pi. The log of mod cosec theta is replaced by 2 pi minus pi, upper limit lower limit add, and then minus theta, cot of 2 pi minus pi and then theta, it will be d theta. Next we have minus pi to 2 pi log, you know that cosec of pi minus theta, it will be cosec theta. Cosec is positive in second quadrant, cot of pi minus theta, it will be cot theta d theta. We call this relation as 2. Now adding 1 and 2, what will happen, we get I plus I as 2i, and in the right hand side we get minus pi by 2 to 2 pi log, you know the property of log, there is one important property of log, that log of x plus log of y, base is suppose any base you can take, fixed base suppose a, so you can write as log of x into y. So here we also we apply the same rule, log of this plus log of this, so it will be log of cosec square theta minus cot square theta d theta. We know that this value is 1, which is equal to 1. So log of 1 is 0, so therefore we can write as pi to 2 pi 0 d theta, which is 0. So 2i value 0, I is equal to 0 by 2, so we have 0. This is the answer. Hope all of you understand it. Now we are going to study the next property, that is property number 5, which is also a very important property. Property 5. property 5. Property 5 says that if fx is a continuous function defined on the closed interval interval 0 to a, then we have integration 0 to a f of x dx, which is equal to 0 to a f of a minus x dx. Now you can prove this result from the property 4 also, and if you want separately you can also prove. So now I can prove in two methods. So now method 1. In method 1 we use the property 4. We know that a to b fx dx, which is equal to a to b f of a plus b minus x dx. So here we take the lower limit, a is equal to 0. We set a is equal to 0. So now what will happen? 0 to b fx dx, which can be written as 0 to b, and f of, we write 0 plus b minus x dx. So therefore we have 0 to b f of b minus x. Now instead of b we can write also a, no problem. 0 to a fx dx, it will be 0 to a f of a minus x dx. Now this completes the proof. So this proof I have done using the previous result, that is using the property 4. If you want we can prove this in a different way also. Now using the method 2 I am going to prove. Okay, now this is method 2. So this property is nothing but we can derive from the property 4. That means it is a particular, this property is a particular case of the property 4. Now we are going to establish this result in the general way. So now let a minus x is equal to variable 2. Now differentiate with respect to x, you get minus dx, which is equal to dt. So therefore dx equal to dt. Now change the limit. X value, when x is equal to 0, put here x is equal to 0, you get t is equal to a. Now when x is equal to a, put here x is equal to a, t is equal to a minus a 0. So t is equal to 0 when x is equal to a. Now LHS is equal to 0 to a fx dx. We can write as 0, that means a to 0 f of x value, from here we can write x is equal to a minus t dt, and dt value, dx value is minus dt. Okay, now we know that if the limits of the definite integrals are interchanged, then the value changes by minus sign only. So if the limits are interchanged, so if it will be 0 to a, we get one minus sign. So therefore it will be a minus t minus dt. Now these minus and these minus become plus. And we also know that from the property 1 that integration is independent of change of variable. So that means if we change the variable f of a minus x dx, the integration will be same. So now we get the right hand side. So this completes our proof. On the base of this property we will do few sums. Okay, now question number 1 on this property. Question is, I is given as 0 to a log cot of a plus tan x dx, cot of a tan x dx, 0 to a. Now how to solve this? We use the property that we just proved, that is property 5. Property 5 we have to use. So now we know that integration 0 to a, using this property fx dx, we have integration 0 to a f of a minus x dx. So we are going to use this property. Using this we get I is equal to 0 to a log of cot a. Now x is replaced by a minus x, so we get tan a minus x dx. Okay, so now 0 to a log, now we can write as it is nothing but cos a by sin a. This value we can write as sin a minus x by cos of a minus x dx. Next we can write 0 to a log of, take the LCM, so it will be sin a multiply with cos a minus x, then cos a into this value cos a multiply with cos of a minus x, then we have sin a into this value, so now sin a multiply with sin of a minus x dx. What we have, integration 0 to a log of, now cos a into cos b plus sin a sin b. What is the formula? Cos of a minus b, so we can write as cos of a minus b minus a plus x by, we can write as sin of a cos of a minus x dx. So these two a get cancelled. Now we know the property of, one property we are going to use here, log of x by y. So it can be written as log of x minus log of y, log of x minus log of y. So now we use this property, I can be written as log of cos of x, so 0 to a log of cos of x. Okay, then this is in the denominator, so we can write as log of sin a, so minus log of sin a, then minus log of cos of a minus x dx. Okay, now we separate this term, so we get 0 to a log of cos of x dx minus 0 to a log of sin of a dx minus integration 0 to a log cos of a minus x dx. Now if we use this property again in this part, so it will be what, 0 to a log of cos x is replaced by a minus x. Okay, now here log of sin a, this is a constant quantity, we can take outside, log of sin a outside, so you get 0 to a integration 0 to a dx only. Now this part is 0 to a log cos a minus x dx, Now you see that 0 to a log cos a minus x, 0 to a log cos a minus x cancel out. So what we have, log of sin a, and this value we can write as integration of dx is x, which is 0 to a. So from here we get 1a minus a log sin a. This completes our proof. So this is the result that we want. Hope 0 to pi by 2 f of sin 2x multiply with sin x dx, which is equal to root over of 2 0 to pi by 4 f of cos 2x multiply with cos x dx. We have to prove this result. Okay, 0 to pi by 2 f of sin 2x sin x dx is equal to root over of 2 0 to pi by 4 cos x dx. Now how can we prove this result? This is one of the important sums. Okay, now we are going to prove. Solution. Here also using this property, using integration 0 to a f of x dx, which can be written as integration 0 to a f of a minus x dx. So now here we consider this integral as I is equal to 0 to pi by 2 f sin 2x f sin 2x sin x dx, calling this equation is 1. Okay, now using this property, what will happen? 0 to pi by 2 f sine. Now sine this x replaced by a minus x, that means pi by 2 minus x. So what will happen if you replace sine 2 times of x is replaced by pi by 2 minus x? So you can write as sine 2 into 2 cancel out, we get pi and then 2x, and we know that in second quadrant sine is positive, so we get sine 2x. So directly we can write sine of 2x. Now what about this part? Sine pi by 2 minus x, it become cos x dx. We call this equation is 2. Okay, now adding 1 and 2, so what will happen? We get I plus I 2i, which is equal to 0 to pi by 2. F sine 2x is common, so we can write f of sine 2x common. Now we have sin x and cos x. Here we have sin x and cos x dx. So now if we divide by root 2 and multiply by root 2, so this will be in the formula sine of pi by 4 plus x. So we can write in this way, root 2 0 to pi by 2 f of sine 2x, and this will be in the form sine of pi by 4 plus of x dx. Is it clear? Now after that we do some substitution so that we get our desired result. Now I am substituting this part pi by 4, to put x is equal to, suppose pi by 4 minus t. In this way if we substitute value of x, then what will happen? We have pi by 4 plus pi by 4, that is pi by 2. So pi by 2 minus t, then sine will convert to cos. So therefore pi by 4 minus t, we suppose the value of x. Now dx will become minus dt. So now we can write as 2i value is equal to root over of 2. Now changing the limit, when value of x is 0, when the value of x is 0, then we get the value of t is what? Pi by 4. When the value of x is pi by 2, then you get minus t is equal to pi by 2 minus pi by 4, that means pi by 4, therefore t is equal to minus pi by 4. So when you have x is equal to pi by 2, then the value of t is minus pi by 4. Now here what we have, f sine, now sine 2 into value of x is what? Pi by 4 minus t. Okay, now this complete sine of we get x value as what? Pi by 4 minus t, then 1 pi by 4 is present. Dx value is substituted by dt. So now we get a root over of 2. Then if we interchange this limit, we know that the integration changes only minus sign, changes by minus sign only. So we can write minus pi by 4 to pi by minus pi by 4 to pi by 4, and we get one negative sign here. Okay, now f of sine pi by 2 minus 2t, it will be cos of 2t, and here we get pi by 4 pi by 2, sine of pi by 2 minus t, it will be cos of t, and this negative and this negative sign will be positive, so we consider as dt. Okay, so now this result we get which is the value of 2i, but we want to prove these results 0 to pi by 4 cos 2x cos x and dx. So now we can do one more thing, that we know that this function is what? Even function. If you consider this is as phi of t, f of cos of 2t, then cos of t, then phi of minus t, it will be again f of cos of 2t, and cos of minus t, again cos of t. We know that cos absorb the negative sign, so it will be again cos of t. So ultimately we get phi of t. So from here we see that this function is phi is even function. As a result, what will happen? We can write minus pi by 4 to plus pi by 4 as 2 times of 0 to pi by 4. So now after this step I am writing here. So therefore we have 2i value is equal to root over of 2 0 to pi by 4 multiply with 2, and then f of cos of 2t, because function is the even function, cos of t dt. So now these two cancel out, we get I is equal to root over of 2, 0 to pi by 4, 0 to pi by 4, and f of cos of 2t. Now 2 we can write as x, because change of variable is integration is independent of change of variable. Integration is independent of change of variable. So therefore this is the result that we want to prove. Hope all of you understand this result. Now after that we are going to solve one more problem which based on problems on removable of x. This is one of the important types of problem that is asked in the exam, which is called problem on removable of x. Next is based on the property 5 and the property 4. Based on the property 4 and 5, it is called problems on removable of x. So in this type of problem, the basically integration is given like that. You have to suppose 0 to a x fx. This property is generally given, integration x fx and 0 to a. Okay, now this from these integrations, when we want to remove this x, okay, and this integration is possible when we apply this formula, when we know that f of a minus x should be equal to f of x. Now how to evaluate this type of problem? So now we can write 0 to a and replace x by a minus x, f of a minus x dx. So now here the one given condition is f of a minus x should be fx. So you can write as a minus x and then fx, because it is given. It is given that f of a minus x should be equal to fx. Now after that 0 to a, you can take a outside, so it will be f of x dx, and then 0 to a x f of x dx. Now what happened? A 0 to a f of x dx, and this value is nothing, that is the given integral I. So I take on the right hand side, we can write 2i a into 0 to a f of x dx. So therefore I is equal to a by 2 0 to a f of x dx. Okay, in this way, after getting the result 0 to a f of x dx, then we can easily simplify the given integral. Now we will do one more sums on the basis of this structure, that is problem on removable of x. On this technique we are going to do one problem. Okay, now question on this technique, question number 1 on this technique is integration 0 to pi, which is I value, x sin x divided by 1 plus cos square x dx. Now you see that your given integration is nothing but x into fx form. Okay, now your integration is in the form I is equal to 0 to a x time of fx, where f of a minus x should be equal to fx. If you want, you can verify this. If you replace x by pi minus x, you get the same function again, sine of x, and cos square pi minus x will be again minus cos x whole square, again you get cos square x. So therefore this function will not change when we replace x by x is replaced by pi minus x. So therefore we can use this technique in this problem. Okay, so now this problem is called problem based on removable of x. Now solution 0 to pi, we have replaced this x by pi minus x, sine of x replaced by pi minus x. Here 1 plus cos square x is replaced by pi minus x dx. Now here we using the property 0 to a fx dx, which is equal to 0 to a f of a minus x dx. Okay, now here 0 to pi. Now sin pi minus x is sin x, so which is equal to sin x. Here we get 1 cos square, pi minus x is minus cos x, and then whole square, you get the positive sign. So now take pi outside, 0 to pi sin x, we have 1 plus cos square x dx. Then minus x into this value, by this it will nothing but I. Take I on the left hand side, so you get 2i, which is equal to pi 0 to pi sin x 1 plus cos square x. Now you see that, you can see that the derivative of cos x is present in the numerator. So therefore we do the substitutions, put cos x, cos of x is equal to t. This implies derivative of cos x is minus sin x dx, which is equal to dt. So now 2 of I we can write as pi. Now when the value of x is 0, t is equal to cos 0, that is 1. When x is pi, then the value of t is cos pi, which is minus 1. Now sin x value, sin x dx, you get minus dt, and from here you get 1 plus t square. So ultimately this minus I can take outside, it will be minus pi. Okay, and now this value dt by 1 plus t square, it is 1 plus, it is nothing but tan inverse of t. Okay, now limit is minus 1 to plus 1, minus pi. When you put minus 1, you get tan inverse of minus 1, which is nothing but minus pi by 4. If you put 1, you get again minus pi by 4. So result is what? Minus pi into minus 2 pi by 4, that means minus pi by 2. So minus minus plus, ultimately you get pi square by 2. 2i value is this, therefore I value is pi square by 4. Pi square